The high gas prices have made smaller, more fuel-efficient cars a hot commodity here in Rochester, and it's leaving dealerships running on empty when it comes to inventory. During the sentencing hearing, Judge Rashavi did tell the Millers that mothers and fathers shouldn't be jailers and torturers, and, quote, a home should be a home and not a concentration camp. Where, as you can see, it's kind of rush hour. Traffic's already beginning to back up. In fact, the graffiti is so bad that the bottom half of this slide seems to be completely repainted. Now, it's along this stretch of Highway 52 here near 160th Street going towards Cannon Falls that officials say they originally started getting phone calls about Michael Andrus' reckless driving. The Fillmore County Sheriff says Latifi was last seen in front of Lanesboro High School getting into a taxi. The sheriff says he believes Latifi is in no danger and planned his own departure. After the roundtable testimonials, the fiery budget debate that took place on the streets before Dayton arrived continued in the Senior Citizen Center.
Get on your knees! Go down on your knees!
You're watching Rochester police arrest Jaime Rodriguez in front of his girlfriend's home on Marion Road after a standoff that began sometime Tuesday morning. Rodriguez allegedly kidnapped an acquaintance with his girlfriend, Marissa.
She reported that she was assaulted, punched and hit around the face and torso several times.
The couple allegedly demanded money to let the woman go. While retrieving the money, the woman got away.
As they exited the motor vehicle, she fled to a nearby residence where she called law enforcement.
That call led to a standoff at Marissa's home, for which the couple refused to come out, even though Marissa's 2 children were in the home.
I called them, they were just there chilling at their house. Yeah, but they knew, I told them everybody was outside and they didn't want to come out.
Rodriguez's sister was on the phone with the couple during parts of the standoff.
I would call him like, please, Jaime, get out. There's SWATs, there's everything, get out, please, and all this stuff. And he was like, no, I'm not going to get out. I'm not going to get out. I don't care to kill me. They come here to get me. I don't care. I'll fight for them and all this. I'll fight with them and all this stuff.
She says Marissa was worried about the safety of her children.
She was worried about, like, we get shot. Who am I going to leave the kids with? Can you come for them? I can't go down there. I'm like, I can't go down there. They won't let me. They were like, come for the kids and I'll go out.
The couple eventually gave themselves up to Rochester police. Rodriguez's sister says this is not her brother's first run-in with the law.
But he just got out of jail and he's going back in.
In Rochester, I'm Andrew Knaus, Fox 47 News. The high gas prices have made smaller, more fuel-efficient cars a hot commodity here in Rochester, and it's leaving dealerships running on empty when it comes to inventory. As the price of gas climbed to nearly $4 a gallon, small fuel-efficient car sales have been through the roof in Rochester.
Anything with a hybrid badge on it or anything really that gets over 30, 35 miles per gallon in inventory has been a real challenge.
Typically, a lot of these vehicles get sold before they even get here.
That same surge in sales of smaller cars has been attributed to Kia's global 23% sales increase, as well as Ford's highest first quarterly net income since 1998. For Hyundai and Toyota in Rochester, the Elantra and Prius are the hot items. Having a fast-moving inventory can create some problems, though, like if you're sold out of all the vehicles to get the best gas mileage, how do you show potential customers that that vehicle is the right vehicle for them?
Salespeople will just show what we have as an example on the lot, which usually they're showing my vehicle because I have a Prius myself.
I'm fortunate enough to have one salesperson that bought a Hyundai Elantra right away, so he's always got his vehicle here to at least show.
Another factor keeping fuel-efficient cars attractive for consumers is the trade-in value on bigger vehicles hasn't taken that hard of a hit.
Today we're not seeing that same trend because there's not as many of them in the marketplace, so the supply is still pretty lean on those vehicles. We still need them.
Now, the Prius averages about 50 miles a gallon, but Toyota may soon have some competition because Hyundai says they're about to release a couple of new cars that average about 40 miles a gallon. Reporting live in Rochester, I'm Andrew Knaus, KTTC News Center.
This is not uncommon, especially for kids from Afghanistan.
Hasibullah Latifi, a foreign exchange student from Afghanistan, is like any other Minnesota teenage boy in that among his favorite things in life are music and sports.
He liked playing basketball. And I think he liked the food too here.
Some describe Latifi, who lived in Fountain with his sponsor family, as private, but his classmate Brady Darling says Latifi always had a positive attitude.
Never like upset. He always had like an upbeat attitude and never complained really.
That's why Darling says it's surprising Latifi left town. But on February 3rd, that's exactly what he did. The Fillmore County Sheriff says Latifi was last seen in front of Lanesboro High School getting into a taxi. The sheriff says he believes Latifi is in no danger and planned his own departure.
There's some other things that he did that gave it the appearance that it was pretty well organized. He just didn't come up with this idea.
But why would Latifi leave Fountain, Minnesota? Was he in some kind of trouble? The sheriff says it's as simple as not wanting to go back to Afghanistan.
Without getting into detail, I don't think he left a wonderful situation to come here.
And where would an Afghan teenage boy go with no family for support?
You know, knowing that a lot of Afghanistan students go to Canada for political asylum, that's a possibility.
But his Facebook says he lives in Minneapolis. Nevertheless, no matter where Latifi begins his new life, he should know at Lanesboro High School he will be missed.
Come back to school. Everyone's worried about you.
In Lanesboro, I'm Andrew Knaus, KTTC News Center.